By the end of today, 18 homes and businesses in Spokane County will be burglarized, and that number has been growing. In 2011, there were 16 a day.
Wow. Now that it's getting darker earlier, the cover of night offers the perfect landscape for the criminals to sneak around your home. And you never think it can happen to you, right? But that's exactly what our Colleen O'Brien thought too.
911, we're reporting.
There's somebody outside my house.
3 weeks ago to the day, I was home alone. The house was pitch black, and I was asleep.
Okay, are you home alone right now?
Yes.
And you're not expecting anyone?
No.
I watched from my bedroom window as the man left my front door, but then began walking down my driveway, and I knew I was in trouble.
Sounds like they're in the back of the house?
Yes.
At this point, I walked into my hallway. I had my cell phone in hand when I heard the latch to my back gate, which led to my back door, and I began to panic even more.
I don't hear anything, but right before I called 911, I thought I heard the latch to our back gate open.
And he said it sounded like a male. Did he say anything at all?
I don't know. He was alone, so I don't know who he was talking to.
And you're not sure what he would have said?
No.
Instead, I was frozen, stuck cowering on my bathroom floor as the burglar finally found an entry point at my home.
If you happen to hear anything else, if you can just call us back and let us know, okay, Colleen?
Okay.
Yeah,
That's still tough to listen to, and we're going to hear what happened in a moment. I basically invited that burglar into my home. It took me a day to realize just how many mistakes I had made, and I am not proud of my reaction to this situation, which is why I've done everything in my power to educate myself and secure my home, and now I want you to do the same. You're about to hear from a deputy who specializes in home security. You're also going to hear from an admitted burglar. This experience showed me how incredibly naive I was about my own safety. So I turned to Spokane County Deputy Greg Snyder. He's a 22-year veteran of the force who picked apart my home and told me everything we as homeowners do that acts as an open invitation to burglars. This is exactly how my house looked the night it happened. Tell me what's wrong. My first mistake?
Your home definitely looked like somebody wasn't here, even though you were.
The burglar knocked just to be sure, and I compounded my mistake by staying quiet and not turning on the lights.
If you've got lights on timers, lights on the outside on dusk to dawn, so they come on automatically when it starts getting dark, and those inside ones coming on timers, your home's going to look like you're there even when you're not.
Deputy Snyder says we can turn the tables on the criminal and make them feel uncomfortable. Light inside and outside of your home is criminal kryptonite.
If they look across the street and see a dark house, then they'll go to that house. If they look down the street and see a darker neighborhood, they'll go to that neighborhood.
Next, we went inside my home and inspected the windows first. They're new, so I was feeling pretty good about their security. That's a locking mechanism when they're partially open. Wrong again.
We like to have some other secondary locking device. Okay. The best way to really secure something like this is to lay a dowel in this track.
Okay.
Because then no matter how hard I pry, I can't break this plastic stuff.
My door was looking better. Make sure your exterior doors aren't hollow core, and the strike plate can be a weak point too.
Some of the more expensive ones, what you're getting with that more expensive lock is you're getting screws that hold this metal piece onto your door jamb. You're getting screws that are going to be about 3 inches long so that they go into the stud behind the wall.
Inexpensive too.
Yeah.
You think security and you think it's going to cost a lot of money.
Doesn't have to.
The best thing you can do, talk about what-if scenarios. Snyder says you have 3 choices when confronted with an intruder if they make entry. Run the other way, hide yourself, or take a stand. I've had people tell me, run out the front door, start screaming. That all sounds great, but I panicked. So again, I'm really hoping that as prepared as I thought I was, I was not. So I really want to stress that.
Yeah.
You have
think
to
it through. Run those what-if scenarios.
But again, the main goal tonight is to set up your home so that a criminal doesn't even want to approach it. Now, the back of my house was the sweet spot. They saw that and said, okay, we're going to take some stuff, so let's go back there. I'm thankful the burglar did not come inside my house. So this is my garage, and unfortunately, it does not have a good lock. That's why we don't keep anything of value in the garage, really. The burglar broke into my garage easily and stole small items, a wood laving tool, a car emergency kit, and he attempted to take a mountain bike. Deputy Snyder suggested something unique to boost the security here.
Covering up things like garage windows is a good thing. It's easy to do. You can get some of the cheapest window coverings for that, or even just paint over the inside of them to keep them from looking in your garage and seeing whether you're home or not.
In your experience, burglary, vehicle prowling, what is it fueled by?
You know, drug problems.
You are here on charges of first-degree burglary.
And who better to confirm that than a convicted burglar? David Bassford is a repeat offender. Police say in September he threw a 62-year-old woman down a flight of stairs as he burglarized her home. He's in a yellow jumpsuit because he's on suicide watch.
It's drugs.
Yeah, it's drugs, man.
Why do you do it?
I can't quit. I've tried.
Bassford told me he's addicted to heroin and meth and said he was blackout drunk when he broke into the woman's home.
I don't know, man. I don't even like to steal from people, man. I don't even know.
It seemed like you knew what you were doing, though, by knocking on the front door.
Yeah, who doesn't, man? I grew up burglarizing houses when I was younger.
While he doesn't remember knocking the 62-year-old woman down the stairs, breaking her arm, he did try to justify why burglary isn't as bad as some crimes.
You're not hurting a person, you're just taking some money.
But you are, because you take their sense of security when you do it.
You're not physically in, I mean, I don't even know, man. I can't even think.
His interview didn't make me feel any better. He's proven that a drug-addicted person will stop at nothing to get their fix. I'm determined to stop men like him. So I installed motion sensor lighting right after my burglary. To my surprise, though, Deputy Snyder is not a fan. He prefers constant light.
Criminals know about motion sensor lighting. You know, they know that it was set off by a motion sensor, and if it's 2 o'clock in the morning, there's probably nobody that's going to pay attention to that light. So let's keep them off your property to begin with and light it up a little bit. To begin with.
I thought I was so smart putting in motion sensor.
In my opinion, motion sensor lighting should be in addition to, not in place of.
And there's more. If you're going to keep a light on at all times at your house, choose the bathroom light.
I might think that maybe you're taking a shower and that's why you didn't come to the front door.
Pick what he calls hostile shrubbery, thorns and stickers to surround low-lying windows. And if you're going to install a privacy fence in the backyard, leave space between those pickets. Then you can see if someone is prowling in your backyard.
Criminals, believe it or not, they pick up on that stuff. So if we install fencing we can see through a little bit, that's a good thing.
Deputy Snyder found so much wrong with my home, it made me feel naive and scared. What's worse, police never found the man who did this. Instead of feeling powerless, though, Deputy Snyder stopped me and reminded me, I control my destiny, not the criminal.
I want you and I want citizens to feel empowered to keep themselves safe. You know, quite honestly, we're here, we'll respond when you think somebody's trying to break into your house and committing crimes. We want you to call us, but you need to know what you do or don't do really plays a huge part on your own personal safety.
I really learned a lot from Deputy Snyder, and I've put everything he taught me into practice. My house is locked down. I will not become a victim again, and I hope after this report you won't be either. We've put all of this advice on KXOY.com, including other resources like how you can get a hold of Scope volunteers. Those are community policing volunteers who can do exactly what Deputy Snyder did for me, go through your house and point out weaknesses in your home. Now,